Yo, what's up？欢迎回到小老鼠的频道。我们这期继续来玩《地平线西之绝境》，这是第4期的内容。前面几期呢，我们完成了第一个主线任务，叫摘星之志。我们这期来做长矛的尖端这个任务。
Is that a statue of me? That's new.
做的还挺像的。我在这里被称为拯救者，就是神级的人物，被所有人都膜拜着。
I guess I should be flattered by the statue. It feels wrong. Especially when my job's only half done.
I await your findings, champion.
What did you find?
Not done yet. But it definitely looks like the orb transmitted something into the spire.
That can't be good.
刚才艾洛伊居然在用雨水洗脸，这个小动作我觉得还做得蛮好的。我们现在要去尖塔的底部，怎么去呢？这里好像有可以攀爬的东西。没错。
Maybe I can jump to that ledge behind me.
在不触摸操作杆时点击圆圈，可从悬挂位置向后跳跃。哦。OK， 这应该是正确路线吧。
I should be able to pull that crane closer. My forecaster can't reach that from here. I need to get closer.
这里。好，明白了。
There we go.
把这个先拉过来，然后再过去。
Now, how to cross over to the spire? Should be able to get up there now. I thought Silence was helping me when he gave me his lance. But it looks like he tricked me. It transmitted something through the spire. Did he save Hades? Why would he do that? Well, if I can figure out where he sent it, I can track him down. Hopefully the transmission node at the top will tell me. Looks like this panel's ajar. Can I go up through the inside?
哦，有点险，这个还挺长的一个 jump。
An elevator? Let's see.
Access lift activated.
Happy day.
Engaging maintenance configuration.
Whole thing is opening up. Wonder what the Carja will make of this.
我的手柄在很微妙的震动，我很喜欢这种感觉。
There's the note.
I see you finally figured it out.
赛伦斯，
To be honest, I'm surprised it took you so long to discover my rules.
You rigged the lands to steal Hades. How could you be so reckless?
Reckless. You're the one who tried to purge Hades before its precious knowledge could be extracted. The mysterious signal that woke it, for example. But why to obtain one of those Gaia backups you've been having such a hard time finding?
If you knew, why didn't you just tell me?
I've been having problems of my own these past 6 months, Eloy. The difference is, I've made progress. So once your anger at my entirely necessary deception has faded, now why don't you come out here and find me in the Forbidden West?
Forbidden West.
All that I've discovered.
Oh, I'll come find you, alright.
Yes. Well, and the coordinates make it simple enough. Even for you.
被耍了，呵呵。不过这样一来就引出了西部禁域，就是西之绝境的这个新的区域，是我们下一个目的地。
There's no other choice. Better let Varl and Murad know what I found.
You went inside it, and it transformed. Almost like the day of the battle.
I can only be grateful that it's a stormy day. Few will have seen the tower change from Meridian. What did you discover?
Hades. The danger didn't end here. It went into the Forbidden West. And I have to follow.
I see. That can be difficult. The West is called Forbidden for a reason. A tribe of ferocious warriors controls much of it, the Tanakh, and they allow no trespassers past its border. That said, under the Sun King of Ard, a fragile peace has been negotiated, and indeed, the next embassy will take place in a day or two on the edge of the frontier. Were you to attend the gathering under his auspices, the Tanakh might grant right of passage, instead of hunting you and attacking on sight.
Great, just what I need. More killers.
The Sun King.
太阳王，
Aloy, it's good to see you. You left in such haste. We never had a chance to properly thank you.
Can we show the champion the spear now? Please?
Itamin, quiet.
好可爱呀！
We bear gifts. Decorum usually calls for a ceremony of offering at the palace, but I thought you would prefer a less formal occasion. Bring them, please.
Avad, this is all very kind, but Who's it? Vanasha.
Quick. Better hand them over before she runs off again.
Really? Must you?
Wow, 哇哦，很帅哦！新的武器，
Try it on.
It's beautiful.
On behalf of all the citizens of the Sundom, may these tokens remind you of our eternal gratitude.
Perhaps you'd like to spend more time with your friends. Come speak to me when you're ready to depart.
I need to attach the master override to my new spear. Should be a workbench around here I can use.
The sculptor wanted something even bigger, twice the size, covered in gold and jewels.
哇，没有必要，没有必
I
要。
was quite certain you wouldn't appreciate that.
对，还是你懂
You were
我。
right. I'm sorry, Avad. It's good to see you, but I can't stay long.
I see. I'd hoped you'd remain in the city for a time. Perhaps at the palace.
Meridian's still in danger, but it's bigger than that. To put things right, I have to go west. To Nox territory.
By the sun, that's a Noct? Well, perhaps Murad already told you, but after years of hostility, we've negotiated a truce in hopes of a lasting peace. Another embassy will be held in just a day or two.
What makes this coming embassy so special?
Well, just like today, it is special because of the guest. Our delegation will meet with the Tanakh just outside Barren Light.
挺会拍马屁的。
Give them treasure, and they'll return a prisoner. Fashav, one of our finest soldiers.
Soldier. Don't you mean raider?
No, not in this case. Fashav is my cousin, nothing like Helis and his ilk. He joined the Western expedition with the hopes of reining in certain excesses. But he was captured during a heroic defense of our forward base at Cinnabar Sands, and has been held ever since.
Your cousin, Vashav. How long has he been a Tanakh captive?
5 years?
哇哦，这么久了。
Tanakh emissaries swear he is well, but I wonder. That tribe is renowned for its brutality. How did he survive?
凶多吉少啊，都5年了。
Well, I'll know soon enough. If you see him before I do, tell him that I await him in Meridian, where he belongs.
If I see him, I will. When you say years of hostility, I assume you mean the Red Raids?
Ah, yes. My favorite subject.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't need to know.
As you know, my father raided all the border tribes. The Asuram, Banuk, and Nora suffered greatly, resisting as best they could. But none fought back like the Tanakh. They rose up and assaulted our western front at Barren Light, sweeping us from their lands. Getting them to talk to us again after that was tricky.
How did you get the Tanakh to talk again after the war?
The same way I got you to talk. By giving gifts.
The Tanakh like tiaras?
More like medals, spices, and relics looted during the fighting. We've met with them on several occasions, and the gifts seem to have eased the tension. But this coming embassy is the most important yet. The best sign we've had so far that the Tanakh want lasting peace.
也是啊，谁不喜欢收礼物啊？
Idaman looks happy.
You got him out of Sunfall. Any happiness he has, he owes to you.
哦，好可爱的小
He's turning
孩，
into a fine young man, which he'll need
太
to be
活
if
泼
he's to
了。
inherit the crown.
Wouldn't the crown go to a son of yours first?
Yes, well, I'd have to get married for that to happen. Murad keeps throwing noble matches at me. But I find I'm always trying to make them into someone they're not. At any rate, I never aspired to the throne, and I don't wish to sit there forever. When Edaman comes of age, I hope to step aside. Free of the crown. I might finally be able to travel the world. Who knows? Perhaps even accompany you on one of your adventures.
You make it sound easy.
艾瓦德似乎是喜欢我。
I need to get going.
One moment, Aloy. There's something I must ask you. Since you left, I've thought of little else.
This isn't really the time.
But it has to be. The way you left before, there's no way to know when I'll see you again.
果然，
I'm not trying to stop you or hold you back.
这不是要表白
I
吧
need？to know, when your mission is over, will you return to Meridian and stay? Long enough for us to spend time, to get to know each other properly, perhaps. 哦，情感状态。那我主动一点吧。
I do hope to see Meridian again, Avat. And you.
哦，
But this mission, it's my life. It's all I can think about. I have to stay focused. What happens after? I can't imagine that. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Well, if that place were to end up being Meridian, know that you will always receive a boundless welcome here.
谢谢。
Tend to your mission, Aloy. I will hope for your success and look forward to your return.
还有感情线，有意思。
Looks like a memorial. Honoring those who fell in the Battle of the Elite. Lots of brave people defended this place from Hades. Machine carcasses. Remnants from the Battle of the Elite. We were almost overrun by the machines Hades controlled. But we pushed through.
这些东西都是在帮玩家间接的回顾上一代的剧情。
Itaman, careful.
Dowager Queen Nasadi.
Blessed champion. Itaman, what do you say?
My humblest thanks to you, great champion, for delivering my mother and me from Sunfall, and for defending our holy city against the forces of Shadow.
太可爱了
Did I
吧
say！right?
这声音好萌啊！
And you're welcome.
Champion, will you teach me how to shoot like a real machine hunter?
眼睛也太大了吧！
I have to go on an important mission, Prince.
To save the world?
Something like that.
Yep，
But when I come back, I could give you a few tips. It would be an honor.
We owe you our lives, champion, and we will not forget. May the sun light your way.
Watch out for Thunderjaws, champion.
May the sun light your way。我是不是要去找改造长矛的地方？
There, a workbench.
先拿东西再说。乌斯德，瓦纳沙，
Buthid, Vanasha, thanks for being here.
Wouldn't miss it, even if you did leave us hanging after the big battle.
Vanasha, stop.
瓦纳
She's here
沙
now, isn't she?
有很多
For
怨
the
念。
moment, but I see that look on her face. She's got business to attend to, and it isn't in Meridian.
You're right.
You know, I didn't vanish before because I wanted to. I had.
No, Huntress, please. You don't have to justify yourself to us. You saved our butts. If you've got to go, go. With our blessing.
Always.
You both look like you're doing well.
Mr. Shiny Pants here is now the Sun King's senior military advisor. That means people actually have to listen to him talk. May the sun bless their sorry souls.
At least I say something of substance every once in a while.
What was that? I just fell asleep while you were talking.
And how about you, Vanasha?
他俩有
I've
beef 啊。
been looking after Nasadi and Edaman, 2 parts bodyguard, 1 part.
Bad influence.
Huh. I was gonna say nanny, but I like your version better.
他们俩之间这个 dynamics 太有意思了，互相插。
I never pictured you as a nanny. Edaman must be special.
Hold on now. I'm not entirely domesticated. Nasadi was the Mad Sun King's wife. She has enemies. I've had to foil a plot or 2.
Right. You can try to hide it, but inside, you're as soft as a silk pillow.
Oh, you have no idea.
Huh? Oh dear.
We were talking about Edaman?
这是开黄腔了吗？
Okay, I admit it. Edaman's cute. He's fun.
一言不合就
And
开
he looks
车
up。to me. I like him. Except when he forgets to wash his hands after hooking worms in that muddy garden behind a solarium. Blech.
这些对话好多细节，好有趣啊！把人物刻画的非常有血有肉，很立体，我很喜欢。
It's been months since I was in Sunfall. What's become of the Shadow Karja?
After you wiped out the eclipse, there were hardly any priests or officers left to terrorize the little people.
Avad offered amnesty to all who were forced to serve the Shadow. So the commoners cleaned out the citadel and handed it back to him. The Sundom was unified.
Avad wanted Uther to take command of the garrison there, but Captain Cudley here refused. Rumor has it that he wanted to stay close to me here in Meridian.
That's nonsense, of course.
他们俩之间感觉又是很有暧昧的感觉，然后又互相表面上不对付，太有意思了。
Well, I know. You're out. Go! Away with you.
Always an honor, champion.
Always a pleasure. But
Always
please,
an
little
honor.
Huntress, come back someday and tell us about your adventures. If I can't get in trouble, at least I can hear about yours.
这个女的很有冒险精神，想 get into trouble。她特别喜欢肢体接触，对那个男的，对我都是，总是喜欢摸别人。长矛升级。
I got nothing to tell you.
Okay. Master override installed. Plus, something new. To stop and release energy.
共振器
Resonator. Should help in a fight.
resonator。
Deeply honored, Savior. Those who fought at the Battle of the Allied will never forget.
差不多准备好了，回去了。这让我来练轻攻击、重攻击的。这是轻攻击，这是重攻击，还有蓄力重攻击，好像。长按 R2 是蓄力重攻击。这里有什么东西可以探索的？
That's part of the Deathbringer we defeated. This machine was the last line of defense for Hades. It dragged the orb up here and then nearly killed me, but it's just a piece of scrap now.
今非昔比了。现在 Hades 逃到西之绝境去了。哎，这是不是有支线任务？打个招呼。打个招呼。打不了招呼了。
Is that the time? Or do you want to chat some more with your friends?
I better get going. And if I'm headed west, it sounds like I'll need rite of passage from the Tenakth, as you said. Where exactly is this embassy going to be held?
Past the Daunt, the canyon that marks the western border of the Sundom. You'll find the fortress of Barren Light at its farthest edge. The embassy will take place just beyond its gates. It's a long march, a fortnight on foot.
2周
A couple of days hard riding should get us there.
Actually, it might be better to rest here tonight. Head out in the morning.
Of course. I'll arrange it.
一般这种情况，当晚都会出事，都会有意外状况。我特别喜欢这个游戏的音乐，很磅礴，很悠扬，很婉转。睡着了。哦，艾洛伊还是决定自己走了，不想连累他的朋友。所以这才刚开始吗？这个游戏。我们玩了几期，才玩了个片头。呵呵。Horizon Forbidden West.
Sparks to steel.
Never seen anyone use one of those to get around.
那是一个 机械牛还是个机械鹿还是个马，
Is that how I get to Barren Light?
什么都不像。
Yes, I mean usually, but not today. Not yet.
And why is that?
Well, the Daunt. The whole valley. It's infested with machines.
Machines 我又不怕喽。
Oh, I'm sure you can, but I'm under strict orders not to operate until the whistle down at Chain Scrape sounds the all clear.
Look, I didn't come all this way just to stand around and wait. I'll crank that car down myself if I have to.
Well, but then who would crank it back up?
You.
Fine, fine. Though, should anyone ask, it might be best to say you forced me.
Sure.
I see smoke, but not a lot of activity.
Smoke's probably coming from something the machines.
升级了是吗？加一个战士的点吧。共振爆破。蓄满能量后，点击 R2 给目标蓄能。这个感觉不错。我之前还解锁了一个猎人的第一个技能，就是勇气激增技能，学习全部3项相关技能即可自动解锁。我明白了。勇气激增是强大的特殊能力，需要累积一定的勇气才能使用。在战斗中，通过移除组件、瞄准弱点和打败敌人等各种行动来获得勇气。每个技能树可提供不同勇气激增，带来独特的优势。所以说，这6个不同的职业代表6个路线，每一个职业里面都有勇气激增技能，都要通过解锁它周围的3个技能来解锁。被动强化，圆形形状识别，不断提升基本能力。我之前解锁了一个这个专注加，提升专注上限，使用时间延长，是射箭的时候用的。多了一些人物简介。完人马拉德、太阳王艾瓦德，就是我的倾慕者。瓦纳沙、乌斯德 ，OK， 这些人我们刚才都有交集的，在那个部落里面。
As for the quiet, well, there's a work stoppage in effect because of all the fuss.
What sort of machines are causing the trouble?
Nasty ones and lots of them. Bristlebacks, they're called. Strangeness is, they're not native to the Daunt. Just showed up. All of a sudden.
No hunters to kill them?
Oh, we've got hunters, just none that want to cross Ulvund. Boss of Chain Scrape. He is self-appointed. Work stoppage was his idea.
Yeah, well, I'm just passing through. Got an embassy to attend.
You should have said. That ain't gonna happen no time soon.
哦，真的吗？
What are you talking about?
Hear that? That's your answer.
Who is that?
Karja's son priest. Cranked him down yesterday, about an hour before the machine trouble started. He's a very important man, so he says. That embassy at Barren Light, he's the one supposed to run it.
Great.
you don't do as I say immediately, the Sun King himself shall
What
hear
is-
your insolence. Thanks to you, I was forced to spend the night shivering in the tent. Exposed to attack, I might have died.
读书人，
Oh, me you refuse to transport, but not this... what? This Nora girl? This savage? Besides, scallywag.
Wadis. That's Aloy.
约鲁夫
Studious Wadis.
瓦迪斯，
Aloy, you know, savior of Meridian.
Really? Well, that lessens the insult, I suppose.
I came here for the embassy at Barrenlight. Way I hear it, so did you.
Well, not with the valley infested. And so did Ahriman, proclaim the Sun Priests most precious and worthy of safekeeping. See? Scripture. I shall head to Barren Light when the captain of the Vanguard tells me the way is clear, and not a moment sooner.
Fine. Captain's a friend of mine, you know? Where is Erend? Wouldn't mind speaking to someone a little more action, a little less scroll.
Wadis.
Studious Wadis.
Studious. Wadis
Studious.
sent Aaron and another vanguard out at daybreak to clear the way.
And so at daybreak...
Hey! Shh. Down the valley then?
Yeah, said they checked the ruins on the left bank for tracks. Take it from there.
Okay. I hear there's a work stoppage. Any way to upgrade my gear?
I'll bet the smith and chain scrape would let you use his workbench. As for the bristlebacks, you might want to craft some acid arrows. Hitting their canisters with those will take them down quick.
Thanks. I'll find Erend and I'll bring him back. Hey! Where do you think you're going?
What? To the top of the ridge. To wait in safety.
Sorry. Operator's under strict orders. No passengers till the whistle blows, right?
That's right. Best start cranking.
Why? Why?
George, would you kindly escort Studious to Chain Scrape and wait for me there?
Chain Scrape，
Got it.
削
I'll
链
find
镇，
Erend, and I will help clear a path. But after that, no more excuses. Barren Light. Embassy.
太飒了，我们女主
Such be the will of the sun.
太霸气了。
Trust me.
主线任务前往边境，先要前往削链镇，找到艾伦德。哦，东西
I
可以
gotta
捡。
find Erend. But it might be good to hit Chain Scrape first and upgrade my bow. Chain Scrape 在哪里啊？
If you'll excuse me, I need to contemplate.
Contemplate， 这哥们儿太文绉绉了，不适合这个游戏的调性。哎，这里可以下去。
You look edible. Once you're
苦叶
cooked.
可以用来做饭的。哇，还有2条小水流，这细节做的真好啊！靠近萤火即可发现它，这将解锁一个快速移动点，使用3角点燃萤火来保存进度。
Stuff for the stash.
手动保存，快速保存，快速移动免费。 削链镇，前往边境。哦，艾伦德在这里。我们先去削链镇，这就是开放世界已经打开了，开始探索了。未知火焰牙角兽出没位置，挖穴兽出没位置。我们先走一段距离吧。所以说，就是可以在引火的地方快速移动，然后除了引火的地方的话，如果还想快速移动，就需要使用这个快速移动包。这个机制还不错。有野猪啊！
Those machines must have torn through this camp. This valley definitely isn't safe. I've been made.
看到我，你就打一打吧。 哎呦我去，2只，3只，哦，还能钻到地里面，有点牛啊你！哎呦！吃个药，掩护一下。哎呀，没有弹药了。中什么招了我？ 这应该是解决了吧？战斗还挺刺激的，节奏挺紧凑的，人多起来还确实不是很容易。那边是什么东西啊？亮亮的。哦，也是个物品。绿光晶。What is that?
It's green like blaze, but it's hard and shiny. I wonder if merchants would be interested.
哦，罕见的宝贵资源，用来升级某些武器和装束，或者与商人交易。教练镇 ，Chain Scrape。
Outlander approaching. Is that the savior? Wanna come in, savior?
Yep. 认识我。
Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jor's orders.
Good enough for me.
我说什么就什么，无所谓，没有人会质疑。
By the forge.
Petra?
Hey,
Petra.
Roy. What are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
老朋友了。
Not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chain Scrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody.
刺头.
You've heard of him.
Yeah.
But he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra.
没工夫喝啤酒.
I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh.
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I...
Barren Light.
Keep moving.
Ah. Of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Good to see you too.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
还是会去跟他叙叙旧的。虽然我们有很重要的任务在身，但是也不用那么着急。
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
If an Oseram hammers metal in an empty forge.
我们先要升级我的弓。哦，谢谢。我们收集了那么多升级的物资，终于可以派上用场了。猎手弓，武器属性已提升。冰霜爆破弹弓，先第一级。武器属性已提升，也是到第3级可以解锁新栏位。再升一级，我们物资还挺多的。装束也可以升级。那就先升一个呗，增加一些属性呗。近战冲击，电击伤害，酸蚀。哦，这是抗性。第2级还能加2个的专注再生，就是让我们专注时间应该更长一些。可以再升一级。第3级我们不够了，物资不够了。陷阱制作，爆破陷阱。再做一个吧，一共可以携带3个，现在有2个。这个之前打那个蛇怪的时候还是挺有用的，一炸就废了。既然我们资源还够，不如就把这个弓也升的级数再高一点，增加一个武器线圈的栏位。这个貌似还是可以继续升。药剂制作，现在我们是3个药剂都拿满了。这是什么？袋子升级，增加可携带的物品的上限啊。这些好像目前都没法升级，我们都有一些物资不够啊。资源袋是需要野猪皮的，野猪骨头、浣熊皮、松鼠骨头、松鼠皮，所以我们要打猎，打猎可以用来提升我们的携带物资的上限。 对，都是我们的战斗的一些物品啊。明白。特殊装备，拖拉器，应该没什么东西了。一旦陷入了腐蚀状态，敌人的装甲会受到持续伤害，防御力也会降低。使用酸实箭射击酸料罐，可将其引爆，引发巨大的元素爆炸。你的一件武器的线圈栏位已解锁。怎么佩戴武器线圈？修改线圈。我现在也没有线圈可以使用。
This should be useful. Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks.
这是我的库存。当物品超过携带上限时，多余的物品会送到库存，可以在这里取出单个物品，也可以按住方块来补充所有资源。你可通过工作台升级储物袋来提升你的携带上限。
Hey, you look familiar.
打开背包，物品栏扩存，补充所有类别。OK。应该是已经把我的能补充的都补充到我的物品栏里了，所以现在库存里东西就比较少了。在这里稍微探索一下，看看有什么东西。
Hey, Milda. Took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
Ulvin discount.
You refuse?
I make meals, not trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway,
野猪
next
沉
thing I
浆
knew,
果
people kept coming back.
听起来不错。
Guess they like my food. More than ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook
看
any
来
of
需要
my
我帮忙
signature
了。
dishes. I hate to think what
应该是一个支线任务。
use Ulvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients. A few pieces of decent
野
wild
猪肉吗？
and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems.
苦叶。
That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged.
金属
You'll
板
likely find one in a scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way, assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
That's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
啊，这是个软柿子。啊，有一个灵工，我还以为是一个支线任务，其实是一个灵工。有空的时候可以去做做。啊，所以这并不是一个支线。这次的任务系统分为主线、支线、灵工和工作。我们已经完成了2个主线了。摘星之志和长矛的尖端，现在去做前往边境。大锤佣兵。
What happened to you?
That damn mine is what happened to me. It won't be the last injury if Olvin keeps shoving those tongs into those tunnels.
What mine?
Northeast of Chainscrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but Olvin probably threatened to cut off our pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down and take me through it? How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get them open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
Owen 在这附近非常有势力啊。
You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's how I hurt this blasted leg. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an older one. As soon as their blast hit, the tunnel I was in collapsed. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvin and the others might not be as lucky if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
那必须的。
Who's Corvin?
He's their foreman, and a damn good one. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Olvin, his demands go beyond unreasonable. Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury when it was Olvin who ordered the extra shifts.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olvin's wrath than die buried in rubble.
I could check in on your crew if I'm in the area.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
这个应该是支线了吧？支线矿井危机，可以增加经验值、技能点和奥斯拉姆族工匠1名。哼，有点意思。我们今天就先探索到这儿吧，下次我们就正式前往找艾伦德的地方。那么这期先到这里，谢谢你的观看。如果你喜欢我的视频，点赞、关注和分享，支持我的频道。我们下期再见。